Hi everyone and welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of our account takeover. Now, as you'll have seen in the first part, we just did a bit of an overview of the account so I could see where we are, what we need to do. And in this video, I am going to start, well, I'm actually going to finish cleansing off the gear. Now, unfortunately, the first part of this that I recorded, it failed, which is a bit of a nightmare, but we still have some left to do. I managed to get down as far as Divine Speed, so I've got a few more sets to cleanse through. I'm not going to make you sit and watch all of it. I'm just going to throw a few kind of principles and rules out there that maybe you can follow for your account. Just remember that the golden rule when it comes to watching someone do anything in Raid is every account is different, everyone's requirements are slightly different, and therefore, you know, copying isn't always the best, but hopefully this will just give you a few tips and tricks. Now, I'm going to start back up here now. I've already cleansed this, but I find speed is the easiest example I can use to teach anyone anything about gear cleansing. And that is, the first question you should ask yourself is, what is speed set? It gives you 12% speed. Now, second question, who would need a speed set? The answer being someone that needs to go fast. Now, there are a lot of ways of getting speed into your sets in the game, especially nowadays. We have, does protection even have speed on it? Yeah, protection sets got speed. I think Merciless, I think, has even got some form of speed on it. Yep, Merciless has got speed. Supersonic's got speed. Righteous has got speed. There's a lot of sets now, especially the new live arena ones, there's speed. There's a lot of ways of getting speed into your account. But to keep things really, really simple, I like to look at this set here and think, right, the only people that are ever going to need it are ones that are going to want to go fast. It's not going to be for a DPS champion. It's going to be for either a turn meter booster or a buffer, debuffer. So the first thing I would say is, when it like the answer's in the question, speed. If any of these bits don't have speed on them, I really cannot see a viable reason to keep them. Now, I have already been through this and I have kept things with speed. I have an exception to the rule, and that is I will keep something if it's got a triple roll like this. I mean, this is, you wouldn't use this for a speed set champion, but to have 24% crit is good. I think I've found somewhere that I can use this, and that's going to be for the tank of Phantom Shogun, because obviously he targets the person with the highest crit damage. This is what I would call pure offset piece of gear. It's my exception to the rule. Any triple is an exception to the rule. But here, as you can see, we've got speed, we've got speed, we've got a triple HP, but we've also got speed, speed, speed. You get the point. Now, on my second pass, and because this is such a late game account, I would actually delete or sell anything that doesn't have a double roll in speed. Because when you're dealing with champions like, you know, Mikage, Garrel, like a lot of these champs, Lydia, Viral, Duchess, what's her name, Arbiter, you want to be going fast, especially if you want to tackle sort of brutal Hydra. You're going to be looking at one of these champions at least 300 sort of speed, and you're not going to get there with single rolls. You are going to need doubles and triples. On my account now, I've deleted all the doubles. I'm only focused on triple rolls when it comes to the speed set. And I mean, you can take that same principle of speed and apply it to, if we go down to something like Savage, you know, the same rules apply. What is Savage set? Right there, it ignores defense when attacking. Who's going to want it? A DPS. Now, DPS aren't going to want stats like resilience. They're not going to, or is it resilience? Resistance, sorry. They're not probably really going to want masses of accuracy or HP and defense. These are like attack nuker based sets. So when you go through them, I'm looking for things like crit rate, crit damage, speed, and then obviously attack percentage, blah, 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 blah. So I'm looking for bits of gear like this: double crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Fantastic. Double crit rate, crit damage, attack. Shame there's no speed, but again, these are DPS stats on a DPS set. I'm not looking for really anything else. This is not so great. I kind of want, I know it's got the crit damage and I know it's got the attack, but accuracy, HP, I'm actually going to delete that. Triple attack, speed, crit rate, brilliant. This also not so good. Single crit rate, mixed substats. So unfortunately, that's a sell. Crit rate, attack, crit damage with accuracy, it's okay. Again, yep. This, I can see from here, we are lacking a lot in speed. That's not very good, that bit there. Attack, speed, crit rate, perfect. Perfect. Speed, crit rate. I'll probably keep pretty much anything that's a double crit rate when it comes to Savage. Also, nowadays, because of the introduction of new gear sets, the concept of sitting in the dungeons and farming, it's not quite as popular as it used to be, and there's not really much of a need for it. Attack, crit damage, there's no crit rate or speed, so that's alright. Triple HP, speed. Again, this is more of the exception to the rule. I would love to see crit rate or crit damage, but maybe there's someone that just needs a nice helm that's got a lot of HP on it with defense. That's fine. Again, here, no speed, crit rate, or crit damage. That's going to be a sell. That's okay. Not the best, but it's okay. Again, this is good. A triple, I'll keep it as my exception to the rule. Speed, defense, HP. These are the sort of stats I would want to see on a tanky champion, like a support champion. So unfortunately, that's going to get sold. Again here, I know it's got the crit rate, but it's not giving me anything else. This is a really good bit of gear. Double crit rate, speed, crit damage. That's lovely. That's pretty good. That's good. That's not very good. We've got no crit rate, no crit damage. For some, we've got attack and defense on an HP piece. I think we're going to have to sell that. And again, I always say this, do not get emotionally invested in gear. I know keeping mythicals and legendaries feels like the right thing to do, but at the end of the day, if it's not a good bit of gear, it's not a good bit of gear. This is a brilliant bit of gear. That's also really good. Speed boots, we tend to keep most of those anyway. That's not great, but it's also not the worst. It's a shame about the roll into attack, but on the off chance we could ascend this and get 12 speed, add that to the 11 there plus a glyph, you know, you're getting close to it being speed boots, but with a massive bonus. And here, defense, yeah, triple there. The stats don't overly match up, but I always like to keep a triple. So that's kind of my set of rules that I apply. I mean, mainly don't get attached to it. It's just gear, you'll get more. And where did I say I'd got to? I'd got down to divine speed, so I think I deleted anything that wasn't either a triple or didn't have speed. Moving forward, I would apply the rule on my account. Divine speed, unless there's a triple speed, I'd bin it. But obviously, during this account takeover, I will build dungeon teams, and whatever's left over from that, I will probably do another cleanse. So I will just go through... How much is in there? Oh, that's a big one to go through. Okay, we'll quickly go through this, and then I will finish up off camera and call it quits on this video. Just a short and sweet one. Again, you're going to look at that and go, mythical, how could you possibly sell that? Because it's not a great bit of gear. Again, rule number one, what is perception, accuracy, and speed? When it makes it this easy for you, you know, listen, you want accuracy, you want speed. The perception gear that I keep pretty much has accuracy and speed. And if it doesn't, I delete it, even if it's, you know, nice 6-star mythical. No. And I also won't spend the Chaos Ores. It's just not worth it. You'll always get more gear. So, I mean, this isn't a bad bit of gear. And see, I'm failing at my own rule here. I don't want to delete it because it's a mythical. So I'm going to keep it for now, even though, yes, it's got speed. It's not really got anything else on it. In fact, no, lead by example. Sorry, Dav, but it's got to go. Speed. These are very DPS stats in the middle, very support sets on the outside. It's not very good. Triple crit rate, I'll keep it. Double crit rate, double accuracy, speed. Brilliant. That's what I'm looking for on this set. Unfortunately, not that one. Same with that one. Also, I will always value higher rolls in crit rate over higher rolls in crit damage, because if you're not hitting crit rate, crit damage is essentially useless. And again, this is not a DPS set. You might use it to top up a champion, maybe like a ninja, but we can do better. Plus, we've got a lot of resources that we can forge into new gear. Double crit, no, there's no speed, no accuracy. I think that's the rule. You know, whatever's written here, if this gear doesn't have it, there's no point in keeping it unless it's a triple. Speed, accuracy, double crit rate, really good. Speed, accuracy, crit rate, again, good. Not great. Not great. No. Double accuracy, but no speed. Triple, I'll keep it. No accuracy, no speed. Just accuracy, no speed. Normally I would roll these up, but I think the artifact enhancement ended already and this account doesn't have too much silver just yet. We're going to do a massive amount of forging, probably in the last episode. So I'm happy to delete these. Double accuracy, speed, good bit. I'm going to keep this on the off chance we roll high into crit rate. That's going to be a sell. No accuracy, no speed. Accuracy and speed, that's good. Double speed, I'll take it. Speed and accuracy, good. Speed and accuracy, good. I mean, sorry for the repetition, but this is kind of just the mindset I go through when I cleanse this gear. No. Speed, double crit rate. Maybe I should keep that as a bit of a rule. If it's got double crit rate and it's got some speed, we can find a use for it. Triple crit rate, good. No good. I also tend not to often keep epic artifacts that take one roll in each. I prefer to stack triples and doubles. Just for me personally, that's how I find building a bit easier. But like I said, this is everyone's account is different. Don't get caught in the copy trap. That's no good. That's no good. No. And I know that I am throwing away good gear here, but we are going to get more. I'm going to keep this on the off chance we get a big roll in accuracy. Triple, keep it. Triple speed, that's fantastic. Speed, accuracy, good. That could be a good bit of gear. We'll keep that. Nope, for that one. Triple crit rate, good. Speed and accuracy, good. Triple, yes. Definitely the weapons, helms, and shields are a lot easier to cleanse because you find you get more of them, and also they can't. You're always going to get on a shield. You're always going to have defense. On a head, you're always going to have HP. On a weapon, you're always going to have attack. But obviously, with these bottom three rows of gear, there's way more room for error. So therefore, they naturally just become more valuable. I will keep that because we've got speed and accuracy. Delete. I said I'd keep speed and crit rate, so we'll keep that. Speed and accuracy there, good. Speed, accuracy, good. Speed, accuracy, good. Sell. Sell. We go away. Apart from the attack, this is a good bit of gear. Who's going to want HP gloves? Someone that I need to stay alive, ideally go relatively fast, and not be too squishy. So that is actually a good bit of gear. Attack percent gloves. Now, I'm not going to advise just deleting them all on a whim, but only a very specific champion is going to use attack on the gloves, because 99.9% of DPS, you're going to want crit rate and crit damage. The only time you want to just relentlessly stack attack is if you are dealing with a bomb champion. Now, a bomb champion, it's not about crit rate, crit damage. It's more about getting your bombs on, made more powerful by how much attack you've got, and you want to get them out there quick. So for a pair of attack gloves, this is pretty much perfect, apart from the extra roll. I'm going to want speed because I want to go quick, and I want accuracy so I can land those bombs. So that's actually a good example of attack percentage gloves to keep. Now, if these stats were like HP, defense, resistance, maybe they wouldn't be so good, but that a good example of attack gloves to keep. Now, these are going to be a sell, and I know they're fully empowered or whatever it's called, ascended. But you've got defense as the main stat. So once again, this, if you're using defense gloves, you're putting it on a champion you're expecting to take a bit of a beating. They are not going to need attack, percentage or flat, and crit damage. They're just not. So sadly, that is a bit of a sell. Crit damage, what am I looking for? Crit rate, attack, speed. Unfortunately not here. I would keep these on the off chance we get some rolls into crit rate and attack. I'm not saying I will use them as a perception set, but they might top up another champ that needs it. Again, when you've got defense stat there, you're thinking of defense-based champions, people that want to be tanky. They're not going to want attack or crit damage. Crit rate, no beneficial stats. Again, these are like support-based champion stats. Crit rate kind of pushes more to doing damage. Crit damage, resistance is support-based, accuracy, support-based, attack, no good. This is a good bit of gear. Crit damage. For an attack-based champion with attack, it's got crit rate, it's got speed, it's got attack. Very good. Same here. It's not so bad. That's a good bit of gear. That's a right old sort of... Actually, no, sorry, I failed to see that it's attack-based. I'm going to delete that because what I'd be looking for is speed and accuracy, not the other ones. Perception is an accuracy-based set with an accuracy chest. Very good, but these are DPS based stats, so sadly it doesn't synergize. This is better. HP chest for someone that's gonna, be a tank. We've got speed, we've got defense. Ignore the attack, but that is a good bit of gear. We'll keep that. Sadly, there's no speed on this, and there's attack and crit damage on a non-critting, non-DPS style piece. That's a sell. Same here. The substats just aren't quite right. And again, same here. Flat defense chest, no good. Even though it has got speed and accuracy, we'd be looking for a percentage stat there. Resistance, again, someone that you want to be blocking debuffs with, they're not going to want crit damage, they're not going to want attack, they're going to want resistance, defense, HP. It's a close bit of gear to being good, but it's just not quite right. Same there. Very defensive based piece with attacky based stats. Same here. When you've got an attack chest, you don't want to see defense. You want to see crit rate, speed, crit damage. Onto the boots. These are good. Attack percentage with speed. Keep that. These are also good. Defense based with speed. I know we've got the attack, but on a defense based, you are going to want resistance. You are going to want HP. You are going to want speed. They're good. These are good. I know there's no speed on them except for the ascension, but we have A very DPS focused pair of boots with a couple of DPS stats and a bit of survivability. I mean, they're not great, but that's a good set of boots. DPS stats on a defensive based, no good. Same here. These scream do damage, these stats, but this stat here says don't. That's good. Thinking DPS here. We've got the speed and accuracy, because obviously it's perception, crit rate, and attack. It's a shame that it's not attack percentage, but you know, maybe one day we could rework that and make them a bit better. No point in rolling that, and I will keep that because speed boots are always good. So there you go. That's just my mindset when it comes to going through gear. I mean, look how much we've got rid of, and once again, we've just made 3.7 mil silver. Now, when I started this takeover, we had 11 million silver, and now we are sat at 27.7. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that silver's hard to get. I mean, I think I've got something like 450 million silver on my account because I only spend it when I need to, and I sell everything I don't need. So I am going to finish doing this. I mean, again, we started at 1500, we're down at 885. I am just going to finish up off camera these last sets, and I think I'm going to call that quits for this video. In the next one, we are going to be building a one-key clan boss team using as little good gear as possible. I want to put almost bad gear on it so that we can free up that gear for champions that really need it, yet we can still remain consistent in the clan boss. So thank you for watching. I will hopefully drop another video soon. If you have any questions, please just let me know. And until next time, thank you for watching.